everybody, it's me, Belle, coming back to give you an update. I feel like I've made some progress, to be honest, but sometimes I think that the progress that I think I've made is more in my head. There's also some other things that I'd like to share with you guys that I think might have been the cause of the paralysis or the Bell's palsy that I dealt with, and the residuals that I now deal with, or what I like to call my silent scars, which I'll point out to you guys here shortly when I do my facial movements. And if you're interested in hearing that story, let me know. Or if you're interested in hearing about some of the modalities that I use or some of the things that I'm doing still to help myself heal, because personally I feel every day I still heal a little bit more and more, both physically and emotionally, from this whole crisis, I guess you could say. Can I call it a crisis? Would a crisis be more short term? Man, affliction. I don't know. What do we want to call this other than hell's bells, right? You know, I'm basically gonna let you know who I am and what I've been dealing with. Drama for your mama. Anyways, it's like a soap opera. So what am I talking about? I mean, before I was like totally sick. I mean, I look like a zombie in those videos, and you know, I mean, so anyhow, let's get right to the movements, and so you guys can see what I'm dealing with. So just as a reminder, the silent scars are on the right side of my face or the left side of the screen that you're viewing, I would suppose. So we'll start with the kissy face. Now I can also do a video of these where it's more up close. My pucker still goes to one side a little bit, and I think it's more noticeable when I view myself back on a camera than when I view myself in a mirror. And I've stated that before, it's kind of funny. And I feel like I'm puckering straight on, but no, it's like wonky. But that's okay. I still get the kisses from the hubs and a baby girl. So fish face. I can hold air a lot better, which means I can also gargle mouthwash a lot better without it just like spewing everywhere or accidentally spitting it on my bathroom mirror. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Also, when I tend to put my lips together, you'll notice my right eye tends to close a little bit. So just when I eat, this eye tends to kind of wink a little bit, and it tickles me that it does that. I mean, I don't know. I know I should hope that will eventually go away. Right. So anyhow, I think that definitely gives me a mean poker face. People don't really know how to take my expressions. So my eye, it has healed significantly more than my mouth, I would say. My fast blink, definitely a lot more spot on, I would say. But when I blink, the funny thing is that you can see my mouth will also kind of go up as I blink. So that's something I can't control. It's weird. I can feel it happening, but I can't do anything about it. And a lot of that has to do with the synkinesis. And my slow blink, and when I slow blink, you could probably see my mouth being affected. Like I almost smile a little bit when I do it. So anyhow, when I smile, you know, I guess it would be like the buccinator or the master muscles or whatever is all in here, pterygoid, medial pterygoid, lateral pterygoid, and you know, all of that functions, I guess, to make you smile. But you'll notice that the left side curls up quite nicely, And the right side still has this rounded little part that I showed you. That does bother me because, I mean, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, right? So, oh, this feels good. Getting back in my groove. Yeah, okay. So, going back to the smile, sorry, ADD kicking in there. Self-diagnosed. I don't know if this is terrible lighting. Sorry, guys. It's nighttime. So, when I smile, you'll notice that this muscle through here pops out. And this muscle is counteracting these muscles in my cheek that are actually trying to lift that corner of my mouth that is so rounded that it still disturbs me a little bit. And it counteracts it and pulls it down like a big old turd nugget. I mean, it's just like, I just wish there was something that I could do. I don't know if there's like, what was I saying? Where was I going with that? Ugh. Yeah, lost my train of thought. It's so funny. It's too late for this, but I mean, I gotta do it sometime, right? All right. And I'd have to say that the area that I still have a lot of issue with would be like, say for instance, if you just drew like a triangle through here, like probably midway through my eye actually, down. This is the area I still have problems with. And I do still, in fact, have what they nicknamed tic-douloureux, which is trigeminal neuralgia. So my doctor can literally palpate the nerve, the route of the nerve, and he can hit a certain point on my cheek, and my face will go bonkers. Like I'm being like actively electrocuted or something, and my face like makes all these crazy facial expressions on, you know, the right side. So you guys can tell me in the comments if you want to hear the story about how I suddenly started feeling this area right here. And it's at that same point that I also started to stop hearing that buzzing type noise or straining type noise in my ear. But I will tell you, it didn't come painlessly. It's the weirdest thing. But you know, there's so many stories to tell. I've been gone for so long. Yeah, long. It's funny. Oh, and the cool thing is oh yeah, totally. I don't know if you guys can see, and again, I'll do a video later that's closer up. But I now have more wrinkles on this side of my forehead. Wrinkles? For real though? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wrinkles. I couldn't feel more blessed. Hallelujah. 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 I am so excited to have friggin' wrinkles, okay? When it was suggested to me, or when I even read that Botox, what is that, botulism or botulinum toxin, whatever, could be injected into the healthy side of my face, because obviously the healthy side appears to become so animated because it's not getting counteraction from these other muscles that are so weak. I was like, what? No, I want to get movement back. I'm not trying to get even more paralysis. So I am actually super excited about my forehead wrinkles. Who knew? That's like crazy. If you would have told me that like early, mid to late 20s, that I would say that, I would say, no, I don't want wrinkles. No, you can have them. You can have them. I don't want them. No. But I'm super happy. Thank you. Those wrinkles. I've got my nostril flare. Like I said before, like totally, how could we live without a nostril flare? I mean, I'm not real sure. Like, if I could, I mean, let's get real. I would trade my nostril flare for my corner smile any day. I mean, but I'm not complaining. I mean, progress is progress, and I've got a nostril slayer. I got a nostril slayer. I got a nostril flare. Booyah! That's good. Real good. It's real good. Oh, also, when I open wide, you can probably tell that my eye's still affected. But I am really super duper proud of my whistle. That's pretty strong, okay? I haven't always been able to do that. I mean, I would do it. It was awful. And the fact that we could do an entirely different video on how awful it is that they named it Bell's palsy. I mean, that's just cruel. Because when you have to tell people what's wrong with you and actually say the name of it, couldn't we have called it something that we could actually say? Yeah, okay, thanks. Ugh, like, who came up with that? They should be fired. For real. That makes me angry. It does. I couldn't say B's and P's for the longest. It was like, puh, puh, puh. It's awful. Frowny face. And that affects my eye. And you can see it's still weak on the right side. When I talk and when I do certain movements or when I am trying to express myself in a certain way, I still tend to get dimples in my chin. And by dimples, I don't mean like the genetic dimple in the middle of your chin. And by God, could people just stop saying, oh, you got a genetic dimple in your chin. No, I don't. I wasn't born with that. If you knew me before, you would know that and you would never say that to me. Okay, hello, that wouldn't just come and go, and it wouldn't be like a little trinity or like a constellation or, you know, the North Star and all the other crap that's around it. You know, kind of like to the side, having the Bell's palsy, for some reason, my nose looks like it just has this little curvature to it now. And I know it has to do with musculature and all that jazz, whatnot. Wasn't like that before. Oh, I could always snarl with this side of my face, like the healthy side, but I never, ever could snarl with the right side. Even when I was healthy, I couldn't do that. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. Could never snarl. And now sometimes I snarl when I don't even mean to. So, I mean, I guess in a sense, I have a true RBF sometimes, and I don't mean to. And sometimes even doctors think that the silent scars are the healthy side of my face. And I have to correct them and say, no, it's actually this side. And they assume that because the muscles on the left side of my face, again, are just so animated, over animated sometimes, that in resting posture, this side droops lower. And I guess when you recover from Bell's palsy, these muscles become taut for you know, it's always different depending on how I'm feeling. Because if I'm tired or stressed or whatever, then my Bell's tends to flare. Yeah, it flares. It's got like its own agenda sometimes. Particularly when I have to take pictures and people use a flare. A flare. Not a flare. A flash. I'm a doofus. But I guess if it was a flare, my eye would do the same thing because it would be equally as bright, if not brighter. So that would be totally bad. I'd be like, that's what I do in pictures. It's awful. And there's another sad story about that. I mean, it's the number of pictures that I'm actually in with my daughter is, wow, that's low. I've actually gotten better about it. I do my best to stand on the other side of the camera. I became what I like to call a little connoisseur or a enthusiast of photography. Just kind of make an excuse for myself not to be in front of the camera. Five years and 3 months is a long time, y'all. That's a long time for itty bitty progress for the little train that could. Getting there. Still working on it. right, so I got some new things that I'm going to try for my face to see if they help. There's ongoing things that I've done since the beginning. There are things that I kind of stopped doing because I didn't think that they were helping, and then there are things that I stopped doing that I started doing again, and all that yada 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 yada, blah 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 blah. So I can share all that with you guys if you'd like. So just leave a comment and let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of just pull a rabbit out of a hat. And I just want to take a moment to thank you all for all of your positive commentary, you know, and everything, and all of your support. And, you know, I feel blessed that I'm able to help other people. That is such a blessing, because I wish that I had had someone that was pregnant sharing their story with me when I was going through it, because I was absolutely terrified, okay? And, yeah, I just didn't have anybody. I didn't. And so even if you aren't pregnant and you're scared of residuals, or you're older and you come down with paralysis and you've got residuals or whatever, I don't care. You're welcome here. And if you have a question, I don't care how odd it is or how embarrassing you think it may be pertaining to this, I will definitely share and tell you. And I'm going to get down nitty and gritty and tell you like some of the things that I think caused it and so forth in a story time or 2 or 3 or 4. Because it's like a soap opera. So anyhow, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. I hope you all have a very speedy and full recovery, as I always say. Belle Story, signing out. 5 years, 3 months to the day